Imagine waking up one morning, opening your phone, and discovering that a task you spent years learning can now be completed by artificial intelligence in seconds. For millions of workers around the world, this is no longer science fiction. It is becoming reality. Artificial intelligence is advancing at an extraordinary pace. Every month, new tools appear that can write, design, analyze, and automate work that once required human expertise. As these systems become more capable, a growing question is beginning to dominate conversations about the future. Which jobs will survive? Will artificial intelligence eventually replace most professions? Or are there careers that machines may never fully master? The answer may surprise you, because the jobs most likely to survive are not always the highest paying. They are not always the most technical. And they are not always the jobs people expect. In fact, some of the safest careers of the future may depend on abilities that technology has struggled to replicate for decades. Human trust, human judgment, human creativity, human leadership, and the ability to navigate situations where there is no perfect answer. While AI can process information at incredible speed, it still lacks something essential: the ability to truly understand the human experience. And that limitation could shape the future of work in ways many people have not considered. Throughout this video, we will explore the types of careers that may remain resilient during the AI revolution, and the skills that could become more valuable as automation continues to expand. Because the future may not belong to those who compete against artificial intelligence. It may belong to those who understand what makes humans irreplaceable. And some of those opportunities may already be hiding in plain sight. One of the strongest reasons certain jobs may survive the AI revolution is surprisingly simple. They depend on people, not just information, not just data, but genuine human connection. Consider a doctor delivering difficult news to a patient, or a therapist helping someone through a personal crisis, or a teacher inspiring a student who is struggling to succeed. Artificial intelligence can assist in these situations. It can analyze information, provide recommendations, and process enormous amounts of data. But the human element remains difficult to replace. Trust, empathy, understanding. These qualities are often essential in professions that involve helping other people. This is why careers in healthcare, education, counseling, and social services may remain far more resilient than many observers expect. In fact, as technology becomes more common, human connection could become even more valuable. People do not simply seek answers. They seek reassurance, guidance, and confidence. A patient may want accurate medical information, but they also want someone they trust. A student may need knowledge, but they also need encouragement and mentorship. A family facing a difficult decision may need facts, but they also need compassion. These are areas where human abilities continue to provide value that machines struggle to replicate. And while artificial intelligence will almost certainly change how these professions operate, it may enhance human workers rather than replace them. Doctors may use AI to improve diagnosis. Teachers may use AI to create personalized learning plans. Therapists may use technology to gain deeper insights. But in each case, the human relationship remains at the center of the profession. And that may be one of the strongest clues about which jobs are most likely to survive the decades ahead. Of course, not every profession is equally protected from automation. In general, the jobs most vulnerable to artificial intelligence tend to share a common characteristic. They involve predictable and repetitive tasks, work that follows clear rules, processes that can be measured, analyzed, and repeated thousands of times. This is why routine administrative roles, basic data entry, and certain types of clerical work may face significant disruption in the years ahead. In many cases, artificial intelligence can already perform these tasks faster than humans. And unlike people, it can operate continuously without fatigue. But this does not necessarily mean that entire professions will disappear. More often, specific tasks are automated while new responsibilities emerge. Throughout history, workers who adapted to technological change often remained valuable. Those who relied exclusively on repetitive processes faced greater challenges. This may be one of the most important lessons of the AI era. The safest career is not always a specific job title. It is the ability to develop skills that machines struggle to replicate. And that distinction could become increasingly important in the years ahead. But some of the safest jobs of the future may not be found in offices at all. Consider an electrician diagnosing a complex problem inside a building, or a plumber working in an environment that changes with every project, or a technician repairing equipment in the real world. These professions require far more than technical knowledge. They require adaptability, observation, physical skill, and the ability to solve unexpected problems in constantly changing environments. For artificial intelligence, the digital world is becoming easier to understand. The physical world remains far more complicated. Every home is different. Every building is different. Every situation presents unique challenges, and that makes many skilled trades surprisingly resistant to automation. But there is another category of work that may remain valuable for a very different reason: leadership. Organizations do not simply run on information. They run on decisions, responsibility, vision, and trust. A business leader must often make choices when there is no perfect answer. A manager must balance competing priorities. An entrepreneur must take risks and navigate uncertainty. These responsibilities involve judgment that goes far beyond processing data. Artificial intelligence can provide recommendations, but deciding which path to follow and accepting responsibility for the outcome remains a deeply human task. Perhaps this reveals the most important lesson about the future of work. The jobs most likely to survive may not be defined by a specific industry. They may be defined by uniquely human abilities: the ability to build trust, to lead, to create, to adapt, and to solve problems that have never existed before. The AI revolution will almost certainly change the workplace. Some careers will evolve. Some tasks will disappear, and entirely new opportunities may emerge. But throughout history, people who learned to adapt to change often found the greatest opportunities. The same may prove true in the age of artificial intelligence. The future belongs neither to humans nor to machines alone. It may belong to those who learn how to combine the strengths of both. Because the real question is not whether artificial intelligence will transform the world. The real question is how we choose to evolve alongside it.